just want to take a minute to talk about Joaquin Niemann. This dude is unstoppable. Gary, what is the disconnect? Why is Joaquin Niemann dominating on LIV, but is not really doing much in the majors?
In my head, obviously you get paid a bunch of this money. And now you're over here and like, there's a lot of big names on LIV, but he's one of the bigger ones in my head. And that kind of just helped him stay quiet. And he stayed in his lane and he focused and grinded. And now he's doing what he's doing. But when you're swinging, 360-yard drives and you're 120 pounds and you see your 10 packs through your shirt as you swing, like the kid's got some skill and some athleticism. So I'm here for it because Joaquin Niemann's awesome.
Josh, do you think he's got any chance against Scheffler?
No.
That's true.
But somehow, I don't know how he snuck out with this win, because this LIV Virginia took over the pro golf scene this past weekend. It completely shattered.
Beat some numbers?
I don't know if it beat it in numbers, but the talk is more about LIV Virginia than the RBC.
Well, I think the tough thing about the RBC is a lot of the big names didn't make it into the weekend. And I think it kind of came around by the end of Sunday. I mean, getting to see Sam Burns make it into the playoff. But kind of going into Sunday, the leaderboard was, I don't know, great. A lot of up-and-comers. I like to see it. I mean, you know what I mean? We want to see some new names, grow the game, the whole thing. But at the same time, we'd like to see Rory in the mix and not missing the cut. And I don't know. I think that just makes it tough when you get viewers at home who go through the leaderboard and it looks like you're watching like a Corn Ferry Tour event because you don't know any of these guys' names.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's a big investment from the viewers at home.
No. Plus, especially what happened within that last round at LIV, there was, I think, 6 people that were tied with like at least the back 9 to go.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and there were names where you wouldn't think, like Bubba Watson.
Oh,
you
nice.
had Phil, Bryson.
Phil's your guy.
Phil is my guy.
Why would
Phil's
you
your
think
guy.
their name would be up there though?
Because they were playing. They were just. I was watching the highlights. I wasn't able to watch the actual telecast, and they were just. Everyone was hitting darts. I don't know if it was the course. I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden, everyone just lit it up that final round.
Well, and then Joaquin Niemann, of course, was just playing a great golf all weekend. What do you have? 67, 68, 63. What are you shooting round 4?
There is no round 4. It's LIV.
That's right. It's LIV. I forget. They've got the abbreviated weekend.
Nice.
Minus
Maybe that's
15, though, for the 3 days.
Yeah, that's fantastic golf. I mean, to go 67, 68, 63, just to like make sure that you lock in.
When's the last time you won 67?
Oh, on the front 9 or the back?
It was before the war.
Before the war. Thank you.
Nice.
I when I was going through all the stats and stuff, it was going in chronological order, and I forgot LIV has a shotgun start.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why is 1 and 2 on the bottom here? I'm like, oh, never mind. He started on 3.
Maybe that's it. Maybe Joaquin Niemann, gets all tuckered out by day 4.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's ready for a nap.
Not a Sunday golfer.
Well, somebody's got to feed him, so he has
Thursday
the
golf.
energy.
So, Dan, is that why you think that LIV and PGA should be totally separate because they just can't make it the 4 days?
I don't. I really don't. I mean, these guys play every single day of the week. You know what I mean? Like they're always practicing. There's always some form of golf going on. And you got a young guy. I mean, look at this. He's pumping that. Joaquin Niemann's pumping that trophy over his head like it's nothing. That thing probably weighs like 35 pounds.
Nice.
I mean, look at it. Look at those guns.
Like 4 pounds heavier than him.
Gary, do you see those triceps coming out down there? Look at that. This guy's like
poke an eye out, kid.
He's comes out of the Superman phone booth to win another round.
I did like that LIV this week was, in the normal time zones because it's always tough whenever they're playing way overseas and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning they're playing.
Well, yeah, and then like I think they did that one. I forgot which tournament it was, but they decided to just play it as night golf, so that way it would air during the day here. But then the other ones, they're like, because I have the app, and I'll be like, round 2 is starting, and I'm like, it's like midnight. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
Stacey's over there smacking you. Turn your phone off.
Yeah, I'm watching LIV Golf. Leave me alone.
It's also
Turn
nice.
your screen brightness down.
I thought for a fact within the year I saw him at Bolingbrook. Like
Who's him?
I was
Joaquin Niemann at Bolingbrook.
Bolingbrook.
Thank you.
He was walking the way, how my back hurts. So I was like, within a year, I feel like he's going to have some issues or he's going to take care of it. And obviously he's been taking care of it because
Do you think he's going to like run into some Will Zalatoris type situations where he's in and out of
100%.
back surgery?
No,
Too
I hope
soon,
not.
too
I hope
soon,
not.
too soon,
But
poor
if there's
guy.
anybody that does this, him. You ever see the rotation in a swing? It's like Rory's, because Rory, I think, has like 130-degree different turn compared to most pros because he's able to get there. This is another one of those players that could do that.
Well, and this guy, he has like so much like side bend through impact where he's like leaned all the way over. When I was at the PGA Championship, I was actually standing behind him, like filming slow-mo swings. And it was just so fun to go back and watch just to see like the Joaquin Niemann move broken down. I don't know, whatever, like 120 frames per second, just to like see what's happening in there. Cause there's a lot going on. It happens quick.
The dude is just phenomenal.
He is phenomenal. Well, hopefully he can bring some of that energy into a US Open because I feel like he's got the game. I feel like he's got everything it takes, but I don't know.
One less day.
One less day. Wrap it up on Saturday. Give
Hey
the
guys,
guys.
can we wrap this US Open? But
I don't know. I hope so.
It is crazy how close everybody is at LIV. I mean, because we're looking here between T1 and T4. Of course, I just lost. I scrolled right past it.
Oh, great.
let it go.
But I mean, you were T1 down all the way down to T7. So the top 7 players were within 2 strokes of each other, like 3 strokes of each other. Like it's super close for an entire, weekend of golf.
Did you see Phil Mickelson doing his standard Phil Mickelson thing, pulling off some trick shots?
Oh yeah.
When he like hit it backwards?
Yeah, he's like on like the lip of a bunker, like standing 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and like makes the ball go the other direction, and then it just does everything it's supposed to.
Did you hear Bryson's reaction to that?
No, what'd he say?
Oh, he's like, I had the perfect view for it. So I'm like, first of all, standing, I'm like, wait, what's he doing? He's like, oh, God, I got to pay attention to this. He's like, boom, ball sails right up over me, lands perfectly on the green. It was, of course, a Phil Mickelson shot.
I like
Yeah,
that
he
Bryson
knew-
still is a fan of the game that much. Where he's
Yeah.
like, this
He-
is awesome.
He knew as soon as he saw where the ball was, he's like, oh, I gotta watch this. Like he
Yep.
knew Phil was gonna do something outlandish.
You know what, Gary, I think you bring up a great point. Like he is like, still being a fan of the game. You see some of these guys that are like already halfway off the green or whatever, like halfway to the next tee, like filling out their scorecard. And then here he is. He's like, wait, Phil's about to do some like Phil shit. Like I should probably watch.
And think about like, dude, Bryson was hated for so long, the villain of golf, and now he's like, he doesn't have to deal with the nonsense, and now he gets to feel all the repercussions of being liked. And so now, how much more enjoyable is him going to these tour events?
Is Phil still a villain?
Phil, not Bryson,
yeah.
but Bryson. I'm talking.
I
about.
know. I'm just curious though.
Phil's a villain in YouTube videos. That's for sure. That guy is.
Yeah, he's a villain.
Yeah, but dude, when he's playing with Grant, come on.
Oh my God.
How do you not love the guy?
Oh yeah.
I think it's every
when
young
he's
golfer.
switching his stuff to meters from feet, though,
Oh, yeah.
or yards.
That's
like,
the villain we all deserve.
Yeah. Like, it's
I don't know.
hilarious. We love it, but it's still villain.
I feel like there is a difference though. Like when Phil first went to LIV and like that book came out and like all his gambling secrets and everything. And it was just like his whole life was crumbling. And then like Phil kind of goes away, drops a few pounds, starts a coffee company and comes back with like, I don't know, a little different demeanor, a little bigger smile on his face. And then the evolution into YouTube golf with Grant. I don't know. I just feel like it's different. I feel like we have a slightly different, perspective or point of view on the villain, if
Okay,
we would. It's like the Phil villain. Thank
the
you.
hatred of Phil growing up as a Tiger fan. Well, Tiger, super fan. Like,
Wait, you
I-
like Tiger Woods?
yeah,
Yeah.
but like, literally, like, if he was like anything, I'd be like, whatever. But now when I'm watching him with Grant and he's messing with Grant, he's like, I think it's every young golfer's dream to become a high flyer. He's like, what? Why are you laughing?
Is that anyone's dream?
I didn't even know what a high flyer was till he said it. No, I'm kidding. I did 100%.
So you don't have like a ton of logoed gear with the high flyer stuff on it?
Yeah, I have Phil going when he won the Masters on my shirt for sure.
Wow.
So, Dan, here's a question for you. Do we think that YouTube is like a villain savior? Like,
Ooh.
you take Bryson, you take Phil, the definite villains for sure. Spend the time on YouTube,
I think that's an interesting point. Like maybe there is like a move there. If you have fallen off in the eyes of the golf community, head to YouTube. Worked for Bryson, working for Phil. Has anybody become a villain because of YouTube? I don't think we've had any of the reverse effect.
Wesley Bryan.
Not to the fans, but I think to
That's
the
a
PGA
that's a
Tour itself.
PGA.
That's a good
That's a
point.
PGA, but yes. Well, no, but here's one.
I think
Min
people
Woo
love him
Lee.
even more though because of all that at the same time.
Oh, for sure. No, I don't think he's villain at all.
Yeah.
But Min Woo Lee, because he was YouTube, was getting a lot of hate from golf.
Yeah. But then you get like, the Ben Griffins
Then I
of the
picked him to
world.
win, and he did win. And then I think people thought he could play golf again.
Like the Ben Griffins of the world. I mean, similarly, he was more of just kind of like a flying under the radar guy, posting TikToks about, I don't know, what it costs to travel and how much luggage fees are and stuff. And now all of a sudden the guy is like a 2-time PGA Tour winner, trying to chase down Scottie. Like, he never really was in any of the villain categories.
Right.
I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe there's something there though. Keep an eye on that. All right, here's a question then. Who could use a YouTube channel to maybe change the point of view of what people think about him?
Rory.
Oh, 1,000%.
I couldn't imagine if Rory became a YouTube golfer.
He goes, I don't watch YouTube. I don't know any of these YouTube golfers. And then everyone's like, we can't stand you. And then he comes up and
he's
be like,
I prefer real golf where we're playing for.
I prefer to watch the
trophies.
best golf in the world.
Rory's
not
got
YouTube.
some super overcompensating emotional damage going on there with these responses and actions he's been taking as of late.
Do you think it's related to some form of childhood trauma?
Nah, it's his love for Shane Lowry. You can't have it.
Oh my God.
Interesting. You know who needs a
Okay.
YouTube channel? Patrick Cantlay. You know what I mean?
Or Wyndham Clark.
Patrick Reed.
Or Patrick Reed.
There we go.
Needs to get on golf YouTube.
Oh, God, I'd watch it, actually.
That would be the story arc of a lifetime.